My name is Miles Bresin. The month is November. This is Section 1 about the fundamentals of physics. My class is at 9 a.m., and my instructor is George Stewart. The topic of my podcast is about attracting forces and repelling forces, also known as static. The purpose of my experiment is to show that one object can pick up something else's electrons and then stick to anything else that has an opposite charge. I'm also going to explain how that works, as well as show you examples. But let's start with a little bit of information. First term, electrons. Electrons have a negative charge. Second term, protons. Protons have a positive charge. Third, neutrons have a neutral charge. 4. Attraction. When two opposite charges come together. Positive, negative. 5. Repelling. When two like charges push against each other and push apart. Positive, positive. And now static electricity. As dictionary.com states, static electricity is a stationary electric charge built up on an isolating material. The materials I'm using for this podcast are 2 balloons, my shirt, and maybe even my hair. This balloon has positive and negative charges all around the balloon. Now, if I was to rub it on my hair or my shirt, it will gain electrons from my hair and or my shirt. So I do this. So now it has more electrons than it had before. So if I try to stick it to something, it will either attract or repel, thus sticking to the object or shooting it away. So now that I got my balloons blown up, let's start. What will happen when I put these together is that they will fall. It doesn't have any attraction whatsoever yet, making them even. That's the neutral charge. So what you need to do is give it an attraction. Both objects are neutral, but when I do this, I give the balloon electrons, making it stick to my shirt. With balloons, when you give it electrons and stick it to something and let it stay there for a while, after a while those electrons will go right back to the shirt, and as you can see, it starts falling. It loses its electrons. The same thing applies to this next thing I'm about to do. Both balloons have different charges, but eventually, after they stick together, they'll lose their charge. They'll become neutral to each other. Just like that. But how about repelling? Let's say you rub both on a shirt. So you got 1 and 2 going now. You have is that this will be pushed away by this balloon now. And now you saw how 2 like charges can repel each other, how 2 opposite charges can attract each other, and how 2 neutral charges don't really do anything to each other, unless acted upon by friction. Example, the balloon to my shirt. Well, I hope you got a better understanding of static electricity. My references include some of the following: dictionary.com, sciencemadesimple.com, howstuffworks.com, a little reference from Wikipedia, and a simulation from colorado.edu. Well, thank you for watching my podcast. I hope you enjoyed.